have been banned from Twitter for life because I reach 1.1 million followers, but because I used the phrase hung like a baboon.
Welcome to WatchMojoUK, and today we're counting down 10 more times Katie Hopkins got humiliated.
She's one of those people that, unfortunately, the voice activates before the brain engages.
For this list, we'll be looking at moments when the public just had enough of Katie Hopkins and times when she got herself in embarrassing situations. Number 10. If I Was Your Child. We all saw Hopkins and Perez Hilton go head-to-head during their time in Celebrity Big Brother.
Have you said, I'm sorry, I made your world crumble, woman, when I f***ed your husband in the field?
They've shared plenty of heated moments, but one of the worst ones had to be during this exchange. Hilton said if he was Hopkins' kid, he would not make it in this world. Except his words weren't that nice.
If he was my child, I'd shut him in his bedroom for the rest of the day.
If I were your child, I'd kill myself.
And Hopkins completely lost it. Hilton's comment visibly humiliated and upset her. After some time, she went on to tell him how lucky her kids were to have both their parents in their lives. Hilton proceeded to not care one bit about what he said and stood by it. Number 9. Britain deserves better than you. When Hopkins still had Twitter, she would often make jabs towards the royal family, including Prince William and Kate Middleton. She, of course, had a lot to say about their visit to Pakistan, and none of the things she said were nice about the actual country. So the Pakistani actress, Amina Khan, quickly put her in a place to defend her nation. She responded that the UK deserves better than Hopkins, which had to hurt some feelings. Khan also went on to say that people should post a lot of photos of the royals visiting Pakistan to rile Hopkins up. Did it work? Probably. Number 8. Fired from her first ever media job. In 2007, Hopkins appeared on The Apprentice, which launched her into the spotlight.
It will take a long time, Mr. Allen.
Well, it doesn't matter. I've got time.
It's how she got one of her first weekly columns in Express and Echo, and lost it all within the same year. What's perhaps even worse is that the firing was a decision the readers made themselves. 84% of them voted in a poll and stated they wanted her canned because they didn't like what she was writing, and that's precisely what the newspaper did. Hopkins was quoted saying that people are always quick to knock those who are successful. Ouch, that's gotta hurt though.
And therefore, I suggest I stand down.
Number 7. You're not welcome. Over the years, people made it very clear that they are not fond of Hopkins and weren't scared to share that opinion with the rest. In 2019, Hopkins was present outside a school in Birmingham, where an LGBT equality campaign was underway.
It's the centre of an almighty battle that's raging right now.
However, a Birmingham city councillor let everyone online know that Hopkins wasn't there to help. Allegedly, she was even told that she's not welcome and was turned away from the event. She later claimed she was there to, in her words, uncover the truth about the campaign, and was quickly referred to as Haiti Katie.
This is going to spread to schools all across the country, so really watch this space.
Number 6. Even Piers Morgan had enough. Piers Morgan might be another infamous British media personality, but even he had to draw the line at this one. In 2019, popular British rapper Stormzy became the target of online abuse. People reacted negatively after they wrongly assumed Stormzy claimed that the UK is 100% racist. One of those people was also Hopkins, who called him a bellend and said a bunch of other nasty things about the rapper. Piers Morgan tweeted back that there's only one bellend there, and it's not Stormzy. As a cherry on top, Hopkins got suspended from Twitter soon after.
It's highly embarrassing that they've banned someone like myself.
Number 5. Deported from Australia. At the height of Australia's lockdown, Hopkins entered the continent after she was invited to take part in Celebrity Big Brother. However, as soon as she announced she was in Australia, she got into a lot of trouble. She joked about putting hotel staff at risk by not wearing her mask and being as clothes-free as possible. She also called the pandemic the greatest hoax in human history.
I have always called lockdown the greatest hoax in human history.
Her comments caused a nationwide outrage, and just days later, she was sacked from CBB and the government cancelled her visa. She was also fined $1,000 and had to be escorted back to the airport by officials.
We will be getting her out of the country as soon as we can possibly arrange that.
Number 4, busted flush. Can you imagine being the only celebrity banned from a specific talk show? Katie Hopkins can. She was banned from Lorraine Kelly's ITV daytime show, Lorraine, for her controversial views. Speaking to the Be Honest podcast hosts, Kelly made it clear that Hopkins is not invited to be a guest on the show and never will be. She went as far as calling her busted flush. Kelly was also quoted taking this stance back in 2015. She admitted she wasn't sure whether Hopkins would be capable of giving her basic levels of respect that she would expect from her guests. Number 3, Brunel University walkouts. It's not just big celebrities who aren't happy with Hopkins' antics. The public has had enough as well. In November 2015, London's Brunel University hosted a debate on the subject of the welfare state. Hopkins was invited to participate, but as soon as she started to speak, the students protested by staging a mass walkout of the theatre. The crowd turned their backs on her and exited the building. The university wrote that the students were in their right to walk out. Meanwhile, Hopkins stated that they were trying to discredit her with labels by doing so. Number 2, banned from Twitter. Hopkins has been a controversial figure on Twitter who has gained support from fellow controversial names such as Donald Trump. Over the years, her tweets sparked many outrages, and although she was suspended before, Twitter never did anything to remove her from the platform. Until June 2020, after the company cited Hopkins' hateful conduct, violated their policy, and broke several rules.
Controversial commentator Katie Hopkins has been permanently banned from Twitter after breaking the site's hateful conduct policy.
Hopkins claimed the tweet that got her banned was aimed at a Welsh rugby player, Ashton Hewitt, who called her toxic. Hopkins responded with a number of tweets, claiming that what got her banned was a mere reference to the British show Blackadder.
But it's actually a line from Blackadder.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. Number 1, caught with a married man. Hopkins made many headlines right after appearing on The Apprentice, but one of the biggest ones during that time was definitely the moment in the field. She got caught with a then married man, who she later married herself.
But what about your affair? Because you're sort of brushing over that rather marvellously in a very...
Hopkins revealed she'll never be sorry for being the other woman and went as far as saying affairs can be liberating. However, she also admitted that when this same man later cheated on her, she felt horrible and had issues trusting him. So we're not really sure what her stance is on that one, but one thing's for certain, it's not a flattering look.
I might spend some time near A. Talk amongst yourselves.
Be careful, man, A. She's got history.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojoUK and subscribe for more great content.